Well, Saturday, September 14th, 2019. Yeah. So, before we get back into our Musha Gundam build, a couple of things. Um, no stream last week. Was sick. Um, won't go into details. Just wasn't having a good time. Pretty ill. Uh, it's been an ongoing thing for a while, and yeah, off and on. Sometimes it hits, and we're taken out for a few days, and still haven't fully recovered. Still having a few issues, but we're hanging in there. However, while I was kind of out and about doing stuff there on Saturday, I did manage to finally stop by our only real art store. It's not really an art store. It's a photo framing place, but they have a small selection of art supplies for some reason. Anyway, I'm not complaining because I got myself a couple of new brushes. I'll give a try here. I don't know. I bought two brushes. Where's the other one? Oh, that one actually is small enough to fit sideways in here. Good. Bought another one of the one I've been using quite a bit since the other day. I left it in the dish, and as you can see now, the tip is kind of permanently bent there. So got a new one of those. Actually, a slightly finer point, so that'll be nice for my detail work. And then I got this guy, which is actually a nylon bristle, so the paint shouldn't want to stick to here as well. It is a little longer, but we'll see how that goes. In case you're wondering how I kind of stay organized, I have a little tray here I keep all my stuff in. And my pens and pencils are in different kinds of things up there. But yeah, that's a Cranbrook Photo. It's their little place. Give them a little shout out because they're kind of the only game in town for buying our art supplies. And then we have some new microns. Yay! Woo. I've been out of 005s. The last two streams I've been using the 01. It's been working, but doesn't quite get into the grooves the same as the 005s. And I did find a new brush tip in the Sakura brand. I've been using a brush tip that is Prismacolor brand, and it's okay, but it doesn't top coat as well. It likes to kind of evaporate as the top coat dries, so it'll do the job, but I'll have to go back and recoat some of those spots. So that's thing number one. That like I said, we weren't feeling well. We did get out and about, so we did manage to get by there. I got the so I could resupply. Thing number two here, upcoming project. I think when I'm done with Musha, I'm gonna go ahead and do this and interject it in. A friend of mine, more like a brother, but very close personal friend. Anyway, recently got married, and he's a big time nerd geek like the rest of us are. Basically, if you're watching this, you probably are as well. And he's been a fan of Thor for a while. With the Endgame movies, Infinity War movies, obviously I was playing with Stormbreaker there. I found on Wish a couple of items that I had to pick up. These are keychains, but I'm actually going to make something a little different with them. Plan is to grind off the logo here on Stormbreaker, repolish this up, tune it up a bit, and then repaint this so that the handle actually looks like wood, giving that Groot kind of look. I might even wrap it a little bit more and a little better with some wire or even wood itself. I'm not really sure. what I plan to do there exactly. Bamboo skewer I can use to replicate the wood or something. But yeah, I want to clean that up, make it look a little bit more authentic, and then I got a Mjolnir as well. And since Thor in the comic universe is now a lady, actually Jane, his wife, girlfriend, anyway, in the movies, different than the series of comics, obviously. So I wanted to kind of put them together here, somehow crisscrossed a little bit, and then I wanted to get some of my translucent blue runner from when I built my Persephone kit, and I had the Resvogr with the, I guess it was a straight Resvogr. I don't think it was a, how do you even pronounce that? Resvogr, the Frame Arms girl, the antithesis villain, whatever you want to call Krez. Try to make some lightning come around, and I was thinking if I could do it right, I could have Mjolnir and Stormbreaker kind of crossed over here a little bit, and have, so the lightning is coming off and maybe forming kind of a heart. So that's a little project I'm working on, kind of a cake topper, since they kind of basically just went and eloped. They didn't have a big ceremony or anything, and I wanted to get them a cake and do a little something special for them. Yeah, so that's an upcoming thing. I'll probably streaming that not too long. Another little project that's upcoming, probably again before I do Bumblebee or even the Musha 2. Same buddy. He's a welder. It's a welding helmet I did for him a while back. It chipped, and it started to peel a little bit, so I got to come in here and try to clean up some of this, make it look a little bit more authentic, like rust. And I've been kind of brainstorming how I want to go about that. I did originally intend it to have rust-like effects, which is fine. And you can see I did a texturing kind of thing there, but I did not intend for a big chunk of it to come off. And yeah, so I've been using a high-temperature brake caliper paint by a brand called VHT, and get it locally here. It's supposed to be good up to 1700 degrees, I think. And then I ran out. I haven't been able to find any. They were out of stock for a while. And then since I've been dragging my feet on getting this done because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, he came across some other stuff here, flame proof, very high temperature from 1300 to 2000 degree. Both those cans of clear require a cure time of about 2 weeks, plus you got to bake them almost like a ceramic coating. But yeah, upcoming projects that I'm going to be working on. This is actually just a quick little video while I'm waiting for my coffee to brew to get this stuff out of the way, so it's not part of the stream. Also, I got this Infinity Gauntlet ring. Also another Wish purchase. If I didn't mention that, so I got the Mjolnir and the Stormbreaker. Quite heavy. It's got a few things going on that I'm kind of I like the stone setting on the top. I don't care for the words inscribed on the side. It is kind of a cool, like, high school ring, but I think I'm going to grind these off, and then if I can find or order some gold leaf, I'll actually gold leaf this, because it is just coated. You can see already some of the copper starting to show through. The top coat is starting to wear off. Yeah. And then, hey, come here. Come here. Yeah, you, come here. So, this is Selena. Say hi, Selena. Hi. No? You gonna spaz? Anyway, this is Selena. This is our new cat. sort of. She's been here a few weeks. Um, we found her on our back porch. She was scrawny, tiny little cat. She's missing a toe. She's got a few scars on her ear and stuff. So somebody beat the hell out of her when she was a kitty. And last night she got up onto the top shelf where I have my Resvolger invert posed with my Gorai limited edition Kai, and I haven't fully assessed the damage, but I definitely have some repair work to do. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this stuff here on the camera. I don't know if there's still parts missing. I don't even remember where half of this shit goes. I am glad to find out right now that the water slides didn't get damaged. They might get damaged when I go to put this back. Yeah, it kind of hand grenaded all over the floor, and kids came upstairs and they're like, "Matt, the cat's on your shelf," and I didn't really want to investigate. I was pretty upset when I saw her laying on the floor and her parts everywhere. That is pretty good. It's about a 6-foot drop from the top of. Let's see if you can get that shelf up there. You can barely make out Gorai on the upper right corner there. She would be right there's Gorai. So yeah, little 6-foot drop right there to the concrete, and that just kind of ruined my evening, to be perfectly honest. I was sitting on the couch watching Nelly play some Borderlands 3 there for a minute, and I've been playing a game called Tales of Wind. It's a mobile game, a free-to-play MMO kind of thing, freemium, whatever you want to call those games. So, yeah, I'm going to get some coffee, and I'm going to try to get her put back together, get her reposed, which was a cocksucker to do the first time. And then I'll get on to Musha for a bit. This particular kit, this was the first time I tried to build a kit directly out of box build. No, just remove the nubs, no real seam line removal, no, which you notice I actually don't do a lot of, but I do occasionally do some seam line removal. I find with the mecha style kits that I like to leave the seam line in. It kind of adds an extra paneling line to me in some cases. Some cases it's just ugly, but you'll notice with Musha I haven't done that at all, and Musha's turning out quite well. Anyway, I didn't panel line her. I just straight out of box build was the plan. The problem was when I got her and I was looking at the mold colors, I was not excited with the original color of her base silver. I didn't feel it accurately represented the color from the show. So I did end up repainting her with the stainless steel that I've been using for the interior frame. That would be this color, dupe color stainless steel. And I really like how that came out. Very nice color, almost has that pearlescent finish to it. Pretty good graphical representation, I think, of stainless. Yeah, and then she was posed. She's flying up in the air, and she's actually stolen the. Where the hell did those go? Okay. The 1/144 scale beam rifles from the Wing Gundam as her weapons, and I don't know if you guys have seen or followed along on the Gorai there. She's been given some upgrades as well. But yeah, I did a lot of just basic detail work. Painted the gold on her chest, on her legs, around her neck. Basically, it was my attempt to do out of box build, and I failed. I couldn't. I could not, in good conscience, in my mind, let this kit just be unpainted and not upgraded to some degree. It really bothered me. Like I said, those mold colors just they did not go well. She's also one of the first kits that I did. Persephone was the first kit. No, I take that back. I'm sorry, Astor. Astor was the first kit that I did some blushing with the acrylic, what the hell, pastel chalks to do the highlights and deep tones on the hair. By the time I got to Hrazvolger here, I've pretty much perfected that technique. So you do have the deep tones, the light tones in the hair to give it that extra feel of. Yeah, you're on my shit list. You get down. Psst. Yeah. So one thing I'm gonna have to do if we're gonna keep this cat is to either move my top shelf into my glass cabinet, which is on the other side of the computer here. It's actually currently holding all of my son's model kits that are both built and unbuilt. Or we're going to have to get rid of the cat. And I don't really want to get rid of the cat because we kind of rescued her and she's cute and she's part of the family now. But I don't know. She breaks into the model kit. She might be finding herself to be an outside kitty. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I'm going to go get coffee, and I'm going to hopefully find that she's not as destroyed as I thought she was last night. As you can imagine, I was pretty upset to come down, and the cats were on your shelf, and we heard something fall, and I knew right away. It was either her or Gorai. She's got no interest in the middle shelf, and really, I don't think any way to get in there. She's actually pretty cautious when it gets into like climbing on shit. She likes to get in my wife's little windowsill. She's got succulents on a little planter, and she'll get up there and she'll walk back and forth between them, and she's really careful stepping. I just don't know what the hell happened. I don't know if she tried to jump up there and maybe there's a little bit of dust and she slid and pushed it off the end, or she, in typical cat fashion, saw it and was like, hey, I want that off of there. But yeah, it can't happen again, that's for sure. So, yeah, I'll be back in just a few. I'll try to put her together, and we'll see. If I end up being completely devastated here because something's missing, broken for good, I might have a rather short stream today, and I might not work on Musha. I want to, but it's pretty disheartening. I also, with Nelly getting Borderlands 3 and my brothers having their copies, am kind of tempted to want to spend some of my day upstairs joining in the fun, but at the same time, I'm not particularly good at Borderlands, and it was not my favorite franchise, but it is something we can all do together, so I don't know, I might go give it a shot while everyone's new. One of the reasons I didn't get into it last time is because everyone had already played Borderlands 2 for a while before I got involved, so everyone kind of knew where to go, and it was, oh, we need to go here, we need to go there, and I was constantly left behind. Not like intentionally, like they weren't being jerks about it. It's just more of a, hey, we know where to go and you don't, so just kind of follow us. And that to me kind of ruined the gameplay experience, because I wanted to get the storyline and find out why I was doing what I was doing, and kind of follow along quest objectives. So I ended up finding that it was better to play Borderlands by myself in that case. But yeah, enough babble. I will be back shortly.